Om Shanti. I maintain the awareness of elevated self-respect and also the awareness that God Himself has given me this elevated self-respect. With the self-respect, impure ego, all kinds of ego get removed. My thoughts, my words and actions of self-elevated stage bring success at every step. So I will maintain self-awareness of self-respect so that I become completely free from false ego. But I experience elevated pure ego. Om Shanti.
हसरत है हमारी बाबा कर दो वो पूरी आके मिल जाओ प्यारे बाबा हम बच्चों से आके मिल जाओ प्यारे बाबा हम बच्चों से आके
नीचे माताओं का त्याग करवा को भी लीजिए अच्छी तरह से तपस्या कर रही है तपस्या का फल मिल जाएगा ठंडी हवाएं भी आ रही है तो भी आ रही दोनों का मजा है आज ज्ञान सरोवर कहेंगे या सने का सरोवर कहेंगे ज्ञान सरोवर में सने का सरोवर अच्छा ये ज्ञान सरोवर सेवा का विशेष लाइट हाउस ऑफ माइंड इस दौड़ने से अनेक आत्माओं के भाग्य का सितारा चमकेगा अनेक आत्माएं अपने पिछड़े हुए आप से मिलन मनाए अनेक आत्माओं के दुख दूर करने वाली सरोवर में आते सुगंध की लहरों में लहराने का अनुभव करते रहे इस ज्ञान सरोवर द्वारा तीन प्रकार की लोग तीन प्रकार की प्राप्ति के अधिकारी बनेंगे। कोई वर्षे के अधिकारी, कोई वरदानों के अधिकारी और कोई श्रद्धाओं के अधिकारी। तीन प्रकार के प्राप्ति संपन्न ये श्रेष्ठ संपन्न
बड़ी मन भावनी मुरली प्रेम से प्राणों को सींचे, रसीली तान की ये डोर आपकी ओर ही खींचे, आपकी ओर ही खींचे। रूहानी स्नेह का जादू आपकी मीठी बातों में, रूहानी स्नेह का जादू आपकी मीठी बातों में।
Om Shanti. Be one with elevated self-respect and continue to give regard to everyone. Supreme self-respect. Always keeping your awareness with self-respect of being an elevated soul that you have received from Bhakti. I am not an ordinary soul. I am a soul who has supreme self-respect. This self-respect will definitely enable you to achieve success in your every thought and every action. This self-respect will finish any arrogance because self-respect is elevated pure pride. This elevated pure pride finishes all types of different impure body consciousness. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Vikti Parivar. Today's day 19. Be one with elevated self-respect and continue to give regard to everyone. Today's topic, Supreme Self-Respect. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti. Everyone okay? Everyone well? So Baba is taking care of us. We are also taking care of ourselves, right? Such a wonderful father, right? Some ask me how do I recognize Baba? Accurately, I say, the way Baba is decorating us every day, giving us power, filling our all the treasures, making us pure and divine. It's such wonderful, Baba. Always, always praise children. Baba never talks of our weaknesses. Because to give someone respect, you have to create self-respect. So Baba is creating our self-respect because most of the problems in people are because of low self-respect. They have ego, but they don't recognize their self-respect. And Baba, especially for his children, every day talks about our self-respect. And that also elevated self-respect. Is there any human being in the world who talks about your self-respect every day? It's only Baba, right? So how much we should have respect for Baba, love for Baba. What is respect for Baba? As father, he follow all his directions. That's the respect. Also, Baba is teacher. Whatever he is teaching us, we implement all that. Baba is also Sadguru, our guide, supreme guide. So in every relationship, Baba increases our self-respect. My long lost and found children, my sweetest children, all the time, how valuable we are, holiest, highest. So being the children of Baba, Baba keep praising us, so that self-respect is created. Because knowing that who is telling us what we are is our Supreme Father, is God. But also Baba says that when you have elevated self-respect, you will be successful. That means whatever we do, there will be success. And also, most of the problem and difficulties are because of ego. Whether being sensitive, feeling humiliated, or always thinking of, I am great. Here also Baba wants us to think that I am elevated. That Baba says, this is the self-respect which not only removes impure ego, but also self-respect is equal to pure ego. Really, when we think about it, all Baba's children, when I saw Dadi's first, they look so elevated, so pure. It's from their self-respect because they didn't have anything to have ego for. Materially, they had nothing. But what they had was self-respect. So one of the richness in self-respect, that they will give respect to everyone. If we are not able to give respect, it's because of the low self-respect. And when there is elevated self-respect, we have to reflect more on that there is constant success there. Constant success in our thoughts, in our actions. So it's very easy to understand, but we have to connect. So when we start doing our homework, then we connect it. How self-respect is connected with success. Because ego is so normal in everyone. I and mine, I and me. And Baba says, yes, you definitely will say I and mine, but that will be from pure ego, not from body consciousness. So self-respect removes impure ego. Because something elevated is emerging. And then whatever becomes like obstacle, the ego is completely removed. So I really like this homework to do so that my impure ego is removed and I am in elevated self-respect. So Baba always says that many different types of impure ego is there, many different. I am this, I can do this, I am special. Or I have this something special. But in pure ego, everything is Baba's. I am just trustee. Baba has given me this specialty, so I have to use it. So pure ego is something which is very useful because our thoughts, our actions, all of the pure ego. Otherwise, we just look down, look at our weaknesses, weaknesses of others. So keep our energy very high. Just keep awareness that I am elevated. I have elevated self-respect. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti Didi. Good evening. How are you doing this evening?
Good, good. And you?
Very good, very good.
Very good. That's good.
I want to talk to you what we were talking about on Friday. Though this conversation about self-respect is very important, and I'm really liking what you're sharing about how dadis, if you have a question about what we are doing, is it impure arrogance or pure pride? We just have to remember the dadis, how they had so much pure pride.
Mhm.
And I like just now what you were sharing, that how do we know something is impure arrogance? Is we think we are so great, but pure pride is we are Baba's instruments, Baba's doing it, Baba is giving it to us, and all of those things. So back to some of the questions I had from Friday. What is the difference between Srimad and Maryadas and guidelines?
So Shrimat is like directions, right? And then Maryadas are principles. And then guidelines are for the task. Guidelines for who will get Murli, guidelines for running the center. So first Baba gives Shrimat, and that Shrimat is to follow Maryadas. So principles we follow. And then in the end, it is guidelines to do Baba's task. It's not whatever comes in my mind, I just do it. No, it should be based on guidelines. And then it's like not only it will be successful, but it's like for others also, it's easy to follow. But if I keep following dictates of my mind, oh, I want to do this way, that way, then others get confused also. So I feel that it's very important to follow all three, Shrimad, Maryadas, and then guidelines.
We can we say that Srimant is really like just for soul personally? You know, it's just for me and my spiritual progress, and guidelines is when we are coming into service, we are coming into gathering, we are coming into, you know, like service really with other people's service.
Yeah, that's right.
Yesterday's Murli, they were very interesting points. Some points were interesting. One point I wanted to ask you, because you've mentioned this before in your sessions, is that Brahma Baba doesn't like to be alone. He wants us to be together. You know, we go home together, we are together. So you've mentioned this before, and I want some more clarification. So where is Brahma Baba right now?
Baba is in subtle regions at this
No,
time.
but remember, Didi, you said he's moving up and up. You said that. So I want to
Baba,
know, where in the subtle region is he? How close is he to the soul world?
no, see, it's one element of light, right? And within that element, there is subtle region and incorporeal, right? But incorporeal region, you cannot just go and come back, no, because once you are incorporeal, you are incorporeal. But subtle region, Baba is maintaining until the task finishes, because that is where you get the light, the costume of light, like in angelic form. So you can communicate through the eyes, through the lips, and so you don't hear the sound, but you can understand everything what is being said. It's very, very subtle. No?
So
Like when I am in subtle regions, then automatically whatever Baba is saying, it's like I am understanding, without hearing the sound. But I am understanding what Baba is saying.
right. So he's definitely present there. He's not moving up.
It's not question of stage, right? So he is highest on high. His stage is good, but we all go together, no? Baba said, when he goes home, he will take us also. So I think he's waiting for us so that we all can go together. Because
So,
there has to be very limited time. We stay at home and then we come and start playing our part, right?
right, right. So how long do you think you are in home?
You can't have years and minutes in any corporeal world, right? But when I say short, comparative to how many years we are here in
Right.
corporeal world, that also depends, no? Because Baba said there are some who take only 1 or 2 births, so they're mostly there. So again, it's full. Baba said incorporeal world will never be empty. Home is never empty. That
Mm,
means when the last souls come, then we start going also. So maybe few more are left in the incorporeal world who have to come and play their part in this drama.
mm,
Sometimes it's not easy to give exact figures, but basic principle is that is one-way traffic,
mm.
And that means when they start, all of us will come here. All those souls who are there will come. So drama, every actor is there. And then we start going.
Right, right. So some souls could take as like not only one birth, but they could just be for 10 years in the corporeal world,
Mm.
right? It could be something very short, like that, like not even 100 years, like just few years.
Some will be very short.
Yeah,
Some could be very long. Because it's a whole cycle, no? So
right,
cycle includes incorporeal world also.
right,
Mm.
right. So did you, in your visions or when you go to the subtle region, have experience of the incorporeal world?
In the beginning, yes. It's like very, very golden, beautiful light, very beautiful light. And you cannot go there, no? You have to see it from subtle regions. Once you go there, as I said again, then you can't come back, right? So that is why Baba has created subtle regions. Because I sit here, go beyond body, elements, and I'm in subtle regions. So I can talk to Baba, I can take directions from Baba, but I don't go higher than that.
Mm, right.
How
So
come,
Baba is waiting. He's not gone anywhere. He's waiting for us. So that's good news.
how
Um,
come you suddenly got interested in?
No, because I was reading yesterday's Murli and Baba is together. He was saying that he doesn't like being alone. Father Brahma doesn't like being alone. He's together. He's waiting. We are going. So I was curious because I remember one time in Peace Village, you said that Baba's stage is going very high and he's reaching up to the soul world. So I
Oh,
was curious.
because he went in his perfect stage,
Right,
That's why he's able to stay there. But
right.
yeah, maybe I said in a different way. But going higher doesn't mean going towards incorporeal world.
Right, right. It's a
Because
different stage. Like when he arrived in the subtle region, let's say in 1969, is different from what he is now.
mm,
Is you could say that?
no, I think he's same, and he's doing his seva from there, through a connection with us, through his being there all over the world. The light and might is given, Sakash is given. So Baba is serving from there. He's not just not doing anything, but he's serving from his stage of perfection.
Every time I think of Brahma Baba, especially Avyak Brahma Baba now, I think that his karmas are so amazing. Like he's
Mhm.
been there for 54 years, Didi, and he's been serving for 54 years. No other soul has done that. Imagine his karmas, like it's so elevated. His karmas are so elevated.
Even the life, Brahma Baba's life, when you think of as in Lokik, but then also Lokik, it was unique. That means as soon as he came, he had faith and he had 100% faith. He had never got angry or he was very merciful. And that's forever, in the sense of it's not for a year or two, but that's what he was, right? That's what he was.
Right.
Same we have to be 100%,
The faith, right, Didi? I'm picking up on faith when you're saying this. You said this, and even Dadi Janki said it many times that Mama used to have so much faith. Like one time, Baba said, "You are Radhe or you are Lakshmi," and she totally accepted it. Like there's no doubt. There's no doubt in the soul that this is possible or not possible. So, how important is faith in deciding your number? Like, let's say the 8, right? They must be totally in total faith.
I think that, yeah, that's true. 100% faith. Faith is faith, no doubt, right?
Right.
Like all of us get once in a while little doubt. That was not there. But our stage will also finally be of 100% faith.
That's good news.
Yeah,
Right.
it's happening in all of us. It was not like before, but now it's like more stability, more faith, unshakable, you know. So we are
Right.
also reaching to that stage.
So, one more question from yesterday's Murli. Baba was saying that some claim a right to the inheritance, some claim a right to blessings, and some claim a right to good wishes. What did he mean by that? What is the difference?
It was actually not good wishes, it was Ashirvad. You know, it was
And
Vardhan.
blessings was what? Because one was blessings, one was good wishes, and one was inheritance. I didn't read the Murli in Hindi, so I'm wondering what blessings was. I would thought, okay, they go ahead.
Hmm? Varsa, Vardhan, and Dua.
Hmm.
Says inheritance. Vardhan is like some special blessings. You know, like we talk about Jagdish Bhai Baba said, your pen will have power. I remember getting one, Baba said, in soul consciousness, whenever you go somewhere and look at that one as soul, nobody will ever say no to you about any task. You know, like we went for something, and I call that as Vardhan, that I have that blessing to get
That's a
tasks.
beautiful blessing.
So, all of you, if you think there are certain things which are blessings, and then it's like you do something and Baba looks at you, you have worked hard, got it accomplished, then Baba's blessings will be on you. And those blessings will help you to do more, to do more. Right? Ashirvad from parents. Or
And dua will be what? Like, so
that,
Baba made a distinction
no,
between Vardhan and dua.
that is dua.
Oh, that
Dua,
is.
dua and blessing are same, but Vardhan really is boons, they call it, that you
Mm.
have given a special blessing or special boon. They used to call it boon. So, and blessing is
So,
like, yeah,
right. So who is it all Baba is talking to Brahmins? Like, is he saying some Brahmins, all Brahmins will get an inheritance, but some will get Vardhan and some will get good wishes? Or what was what was the word for good wishes in Hindi?
not good wishes, it was dua, dua.
Okay, so some will be so is it for Brahmins he's talking? So these three things.
Actually, everyone will get, but there will be difference, no? Some will get full inheritance, some might get less, you know. So, but Baba was saying all three are important. He's not saying some will get some things and everyone will have, but there will be difference.
Percentage.
Yeah, percentage. Will be.
So this blessing Baba gave you, that if you go in soul consciousness and look at the other person as a soul and they will never say no to you, can we claim that blessing?
And I have that blessing.
But
And
can we also claim it?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Everyone can use. See, Baba's blessings, it could be for everyone. That means it's a kind of practice, no? That means I am going for a task. So before that, I practice soul consciousness. I look at that person in soul consciousness as a soul. Then the soul will be touched to do God's task and will say, yes, I will do it. Oh, I have seen so much of that. And anyone can use it because even if it's given to me, but it's from God, right? So each one of us can create that practice and you get it, no?
Right. How about Jagdish Bhai's blessing? That his pen will have power. Can my pen have power? Like what I write have power? What would it take for what I write to have power?
You just go in front of Baba and sit and say, Baba, I'm going to write this. And Baba will bless it, you know, and you will get power. You will get that blessing also. It's the determination he had, and that gave him that kind of power of writing. Or Dadi Gulzar, Baba told her, your eyes are very special. So anyone who will look at your eyes will have Baba's vision, you know. So, but then it can be anyone, right?
And
We
be
can
anyone.
take, yeah, we can take that blessing.
Right. It's not just restricted to one person. We just need to have the method, like you just now shared the method for what you write to have blessings is to really go in front of Baba and ask him to bless it and ask him to come right with you. And
Mm.
right.
Yeah, but
Um,
also Jagdish Bhai had determination, no? That
okay.
there was no light, there was, but he said, God is saying, I have to do it. So that precondition also is necessary. That if you want that blessing, any, not only writing, but whatever, then you have to have determination. It is God's task, no excuse. There will always be some reason, and you will get that blessing or a gift.
Right. Right. That's interesting. That determination is a prerequisite for the blessing.
Right.
Right. Right. So in today's Murli, the Baba said that every jewel of knowledge is worth hundreds of thousands. What does that mean?
Baba is talking about the value. And also in anyone's life, when that person will do the dharana based on that, right? So his fortune will increase also. So it could be taken as a value, but it could also taken in form of success, that that person will have lot of success. And it can also be the treasures, Look at us, you, me. We're not making money, right? But we're taking care of Baba's home as a trustee. So how treasures come, right? Right. That
Right, right.
that's also Baba meant that if you are a knowledgeful soul and you're giving knowledge to others, then each word is equivalent to multi-million, sometimes it says. And I feel that yes, it works.
Hmm, right. Um, when again in today's Murli, Baba was talking about in the blessing, he's talking about courage. And I thought it was very interesting the way he spoke about courage. Courage not to look at someone else and feel it's going to happen to you, courage not to look at the past, courage not to think of your mistakes, courage to just keep moving forward. Talk to us about courage.
Yeah, in life, at every step, you need to have courage, every step forward. I don't know if at this age you realize, but in my age, it's just courage. Even you have to go somewhere, courage. You have to give a session. And when I was in Peaceful Age, or even sometimes, but 3 hours, 3.5 hours session, whole day, you give toll in the end and meet people. And sometimes the whole thing is like when I see 7 hours, 8 hours, and it's just you have to keep courage.
Mm, right, right.
Whether it is use of body, use of mind, use of intellect, use of time, everywhere you need courage. Do you ever
So,
think you need courage on?
mm, so courage could really be a Divya Siddhi, right, Didi?
Mm, yeah.
Right,
Darija always said, every step you take, you need courage.
right, right. So now that you've accumulated this Divya Siddhi of courage, how do we uh, claim this blessing from your experience?
See, courage also comes from trust, that an understanding of your part, that this is my part, I need to do it, I should have courage. That is one thing. And second is that it is only when there is courage that Baba helps you. Not only Baba helps you, but others also come forward to hold your hand or whatever way you need help. So I feel Baba's help and family's help is when you have courage. If you don't have courage, you won't even feel that anyone is helping. But you have to keep courage. This when I came to from India, I was coming off the plane, but some or other I was not able to figure out which foot I should put first. And there were so many. Whole crew was there. Bhumi Ben was there. Everyone was saying, "Come, come, we will help you. We will help you. Just put this step down." And I wanted to be sure that I put the right one. No, because of the surgery, no, I have to. There is right and left, so I have to see which one. But if I don't have courage, you can't do it, right? There
Right.
could be a lot of help, but you can't do. So you have to have courage. Courage also involves some risk. But if you remember that when there is courage, then God helps now, because you are helping yourself. So there is a saying, no, those who help themselves, God helps them, right? Courage is very important.
Right. Fabulous. Thank you so much, Didi. That was very nice.
Okay, thank you. Thank
Thank you.
you for coming.
Shanti.
Om Shanti Vikti Parivar. So, would like to remind everyone we are very close to our retreat, our Vikti Parivar retreat, and please do register if you are planning to come. And all angels of our Vikti Parivar are welcome to join this retreat or nearby areas also. If you would like to connect, if you would like to attend, please do register as soon as possible. And Mohini Didi would like to say something. So, hold on.
As much, oh, Om Shanti, as much I had been listening and seeing Bhumi Ben with the team planning, and I know that first we thought we will give chance to those who are far and they have never come. But now we realize that we can have many those who live around also, from New Jersey, from New York, Connecticut, Boston, anyone wants to come. And so there are two retreats, no? The first one is retreat for all of you. I think it will be very interesting to meet. We had been seeing each other in Zoom, but we can meet personally, share many things. So I think you all can think about it and register so that we know how many are coming, right? So you can think about it and plan. Om Shanti.
Okay, Vikti Parivar. So, yes, we are very much looking forward to welcoming you in Peace Village. After so long in COVID, we didn't see each other, but now it's chance for us to be together in Peace Village. So now tomorrow is Tuesday and our schedule from Amritvela 3:30 a.m. to 4:45 a.m. Tomorrow is Tuesday, so we'll be having Avyak English Murli revision from 5 to 6 p.m. followed by meditation, Hindi series, meditation commentary by Didi, live English series, and Avyak journey. So now let's do our Avyak Murli revision. Welcome to Avyak journey, Avyak Murlis from 1969. Speaking to the heart of an angel.
Om Shanti. This is the Avyakt Murli of the 11th of February 1971. Service through the vehicle of the inner body. It is the praise of the final stage. At that time, you're beyond the consciousness of the physical form. And this is why they have even called it the subtle body. Just as there is this saying about the flying horse. So it is the experience of your present time that has been related in the form of stories. When you give an order to go somewhere, it would take you there within 1 second. Do you have this experience? Nowadays, science is trying to speed everything up to be quick. They are making as much effort as possible for greater success through less time. In the same way, you are also trying to increase the speed in everything. The more someone's speed increases, the closer he will come to the final stage. Through your speed, you reach your stage. You can recognize your stage from your speed. All of you are now making plans to celebrate the greatest festival of Shivratri. So, what newness have you thought of? We will hoist flags. You may hoist a flag at your own centers, but also hoist the flag of the revelation of the Father in the heart of each soul. That will only happen when the embodiment of power is revealed. You can only reveal the one with all powers through your being an embodiment of power. An embodiment of power means to be a destroyer and one with all the ornaments. Before you go onto a stage, you first of all prepare your internal stage very well and then go onto the stage. And through this, people have a vision of your internal stage. Just as you make all other preparations, in the same way, check that you're going onto the stage as someone who has adopted all the ornaments. Both forms of a lighthouse and a might house should be in an emerged form. Only when you are both these forms will you be able to be a good guide. When you say Father, that word should be filled with so much love and power that it works like the ointment of knowledge, that it makes orphans into those who belong to the Lord. Fill just this one word with so much power. At the time when you go onto a stage, firstly, let your stage be that of mercy. Secondly, have feelings of benefit. Thirdly, your words should be filled with love. And fourthly, let there be the sparkle of power in your form. Make your awareness and your stage so powerful that you think you have come to grant a vision of the Father through yourself to your devotees who have been calling out for a long time. In this way, you can reveal the Father through your spiritual form, your spiritual vision, and your attitude of bringing benefit. Do you understand what you have to do? You must not just make preparations for lectures, but make such preparations for a lecture that through that lecture you give the experience of the stage of going beyond words, that is, beyond sound. You have been paying greater attention to preparing for the lectures and less attention to staying in the consciousness of the form of spiritual attraction. Therefore, this time you have to make greater preparations for this. You must stamp everyone's heart with the stamp of a relationship with the Father. Acha, we will continue tomorrow.
A Shavasana, corpse pose. I, the yogi, I, the soul, I have arrived at a very powerful point in my journey. I have arrived at self-realization. That I am much more than this physical body, much more than the labels or the possessions, even the relationships. I am something far more wondrous, brilliant, eternal, immortal. I am the life in this body, the living being, the soul. Corpse pose, this posture of the self, is when I am fully alive, fully aware. There is the body, and there is me, the being, the soul, the child of God.
Be one with elevated self-respect and continue to give regard to everyone. supreme self-respect. Always keep in your awareness the self-respect of being an elevated soul that you have received from Bap Dada. I am not an ordinary soul. I am a soul who has supreme self-respect. This self-respect will definitely enable you to achieve success in your every thought and every action. This self-respect will finish any arrogance, because self-respect is elevated, pure pride. This elevated, pure pride finishes all types of different, impure body consciousness.
श्रेष्ठ स्वमानधारी सम्मान दाता बनो। परमात्म स्वमानधारी बाप दादा द्वारा प्राप्त श्रेष्ठ आत्मा का स्वमान सदा स्मृति में रहे कि मैं साधारण आत्मा नहीं, परमात्म स्वमानधारी आत्मा हूँ। तो यह स्वमान हर संकल्प में, हर कर्म में सफलता अवश्य दिलाएगा। यह स्वमान अभिमान को खत्म कर देता है, क्योंकि स्वमान है श्रेष्ठ अभिमान। तो श्रेष्ठ अभिमान भिन्न भिन्न अशुद्ध देह अभिमान को समाप्त कर देता है। ओम शांति।
Om Shanti. Om Shanti.